Word. Welcome back, everybody, for another episode of BarTalk.
BarTalk.
It's your host, Abigail, with an A.
And Trask with a T.
Oh my God, what are we doing? We're here. We're back. We're together at last. Everybody's like, what the fuck's been going on? Whose podcast even is this anymore?
We don't even know.
Where are we? Right now, if you're watching the video, the audio stays the same, but the video different.
Drastically different.
We are at a desk. We're Joe Rogan styling it. We're looking at each other in the eyes when we talk to each other. It makes me slightly uncomfortable. We have a huge sign that Tracy made lit up. It has lights. It changes color if we're feeling crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of vibing with the green.
All right, let's keep the green. Yeah. We have fucking plants. We have curtains.
We get curtains with a T.
We have curtains.
Curtains with a T. Yeah, this room was...
What do you think curtains is spelled with?
Well, it's curtains, but you don't say the T.
Okay, I just thought for a second that you were thinking curtains wasn't with a T. Now
No, it's definitely curtain, but it's not curtain. You know? Anyway... This room is in my house. We're in my garage gym, in a room in my garage gym that I had came home.
My fucking seat just went way too low.
Oh, you got to get off and
How do I get...
You got to get off and push the lever up.
Fuck, dude, I don't know how this shit works.
You get off the... Oh, yeah, there you go. Anyway, this room was like a bunker when I bought it. I don't even know what it vibed in here, but there was like ammo and canned goods and water, and it was nothing. And so now it's our space. We claim it. Nobody else in my family can be in here.
It's ours.
You hear that? That's right.
It's ours now.
Mm-hmm. We got our talking sticks. These were really cool.
These are talking letters.
Yeah, these are our talking letters because we talk over each other all the time. No, I'm just kidding. We'll probably use them every once in a while, but not actually. I just saw them in Hobby Lobby and I thought they were kind of cute and they were on sale. They were like $1 each.
Whenever you just go on a rant, I'll just hold the letter.
Just hold it up.
Shut the
Excuse
fuck up,
me, my
Tracy.
turn.
Shut the fuck up.
Same.
Okay, I have, we said, what are we talking about today?
Well, because we've been gone for like 2 weeks. Like you had an episode by yourself. I had an episode with Alana, which they both came out really good, but we also like haven't been together in a while.
You know, I got supportive feedback from my episode. But I wouldn't, it was more supportive in the sense that it was empathetic.
What?
Like it was people being like, you brave soldier, you did it. You
didn't have to do that.
And they were like, and I was like, was it that bad? And they were like, I'm not saying it was bad.
Who said that?
They're like, I'm just also not saying it was good. A couple people from the jujitsu community.
Well,
a couple people from the gym.
Dude, listen, I
was like, yo, you have to give me a break, dude. I'm out here fucking soldiering alone.
You didn't have to do that.
I know, but I felt like I didn't have anybody else that I was sitting there that I was like immediately like, let's just do it. And it was a Sunday and it was like Mother's Day. And I was like, I'm just going to film this shit right now.
I know. Yeah,
I should have taken like a few shots before I filmed. It probably would have been way more fun.
You should have. That's one thing we don't have here right now is our freaking shot glasses. I'm pissed.
It ended up being super deep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
You and Alana's was deep, though, too.
It was. We got a little deep into selves.
Yeah, I actually was.
Emotional selves.
I really liked y'all's episode.
Thanks. Well, that's because, and weirdly enough, because we were gone for like 2 weeks, you know, there's like a lot that's been going on in the last couple, however many days that we haven't really seen each other /seen each other in the gym. That was the first time that Abigail heard about the Ultra.
Yeah.
Right? Through a podcast?
Yes.
Like, I don't even think I talked to you about it at all. We're not going to go through it. But that was just really weird for you to be like she texted us and was like talking about the episode itself. And in the back of my head, I was like, I said thank you because obviously thank you, right, for the feedback. But also I was like, wait, why is she saying this? Because I feel like I talked to you about it. But then I realized that I had not talked to you in like 2 weeks. So there's like a really weird gap of time that I feel like I just haven't seen you.
Yeah. I mean, we can do a quick catch up for everybody, I guess, who gives a shit where we've been and what we've been doing. But I feel like it's been not anything crazy. It's just our schedules have been crazy.
Yeah, schedules have been crazy. Bitch got sick, was doing this. I got sick and decided to like roundhouse my garage. We got a cool Smith machine going on in here. The entry fee to my gym, my garage gym, okay, is not $5s. It's good vibes and maybe a coffee.
Oh, and peanut butter.
And peanut butter with whipped cream and chocolate chips.
Dude, I came in this fine evening after I ate my shrimp and vegetables.
Yeah.
And I came in with my big spoon. It had a fucking whopping thing of peanut butter, some dark chocolate chips, and whipped cream on top. And I said, this is my cake, Tracy. This is my fucking cake.
Yeah, she did.
And it was fucking delicious.
Dude, listen, if you take a scoop of peanut butter, and I know this is weird, a scoop of peanut butter and mint chocolate chip ice cream, or a scoop of peanut butter and some whipped cream, and it's fire.
Ooh.
It's fire.
Ooh.
Like, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. For real. But yeah, we've just been doing things with this stuff. But this is pretty sweet. So if you're watching the video,
I'm actually, like, all jokes aside, I'm so pumped for this new setup.
Yeah, me too.
I really like it. It inspires me to be like, let's fucking go with this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. So, and I've at least gotten a lot of good feedback just without even recording an episode of how much people like it.
Oh, like in here?
Yeah.
Like the visuals of it?
The visuals, yeah.
Yeah, it came out really good. It's a perfect size. And we were also talking about guests. So if you happen to be listening to this and you ever want to be a guest on our podcast, you should link with us.
Yeah, we have a few ideas for people we want to bring on. I think we would set it up with the guest sitting. I don't know. We'd
pull it away.
Really?
I mean, I put a chair behind there and it looks good.
Sit next to one of us.
That's like dating vibes. You ever like go to a restaurant and you're like,
hey, your guest can sit next to you and my guest will sit next to me.
That's true. That's like, you ever see the memes where it's like, somebody's been dating for 10 days versus somebody that's been dating for like 10 years. And the person that's been dating for 10 days is at the restaurant sitting on the same side of the table.
That's always been fucking weird though, by the way.
It's
like if you guys
weird.
sit next to each other in the booth, I never understood that. That shit's fucking weird.
Oh, like elbow room, get your own space.
Dude, that's weird to me. I don't like it. But this is my thing is now I was listening to a podcast with a porn star. So she did have like some visuals going, but she was sitting in between. It was Tom and Bert had her on. It was Adriana Chechik. That woman is a fucking animal, by the way. I watched some of her work after I listened to the podcast. Good God. I had to fucking pray. And
on Two Bears, One Cave or something like that?
And so, but no, she was sitting in between them and she's like, I feel like I'm going back and forth. She's like, I feel like my head's constantly just like going back and forth between you guys. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of sexual, but also that is a good point as well. Because if we're both talking, I don't know, maybe it's table small. That's kind of.
Well, what did we do in the other place? Weren't they sitting in between us?
They were sitting next to us.
No, we were sitting next to each other. Ew. Did we really do that?
We were sitting next to each other. Maybe we can sit next to each other and the guest can sit on the opposite side of the table.
Yeah.
We're working out the kinks live on a podcast.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, that sounds right, though.
Let us know how we should set up our guest situation.
Because I feel like I talk to you all the time, so I wouldn't have to like look at you all the time. But if there was a guest sitting next to me and I was like,
ugly bitch.
the fuck are you doing this close to me?
Tell me what you think.
Surprisingly so, this room's a lot bigger than
Put your hand on their thigh.
Yeah.
How are
like
you
feel them up real quick.
I love that you came here to talk with us.
Come here often.
Come to our little storage closet.
Welcome to our bar podcast talk.
Our bar cock.
Our bar cock. Oh my God. Serious note. If you want to be on our podcast, come on. Because we're trying to do some big things up in here. You know what I mean? And also, now that we're like talking to the camera, I guess, a little bit, we've posted 2 vlogs so far. I posted one for me. I posted one from Abigail just to see some feedback. I've had a lot of people ask me to do day in the lives. My day in the lives, I feel like, are not very interesting. I mean, they are, I guess. I don't know.
They're more interesting than mine. Dude, we should do a uncompared day in the life. And it's just going to be me like, here's another client.
Yeah. Abigail's going to be like on schedule, on time. This client, that client. And I'm going to be like,
I woke up, shit my pants, ate peanut butter. Fuck, I was supposed to be at work an hour ago. Went to work.
Yeah. Forgot what I was doing. Had to do these TVs. Forgot what I was doing. Went for a walk.
Swept half of my house. Yeah. We'll save the other half for later.
Yeah. I would have to actually get myself. Maybe it would help. Maybe it would help me.
To stay on track?
Yeah.
My theory is that's a no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did think that one through, but you're right. Yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna like put
I
me
think
on
if
the ball a
anything, it
little bit.
would make you even more because you'd just be vlogging and you'd be like, oh shit, half an hour's passed.
Yeah. See, and
Because
so
Tracy likes to talk to anything that will listen, even if it's a fucking wall.
yeah,
So
literally.
if she's holding a camera, she'll be like, oh my God, guys, did I tell you about the time? Oh, my stupid brother, let me tell you about the fucking story. And then you get done with the thing and you'd be like, holy shit, it's 6 p.m. I was supposed to be at 5:30 class 30 minutes ago.
I'm like zipping down the road at 95 miles an hour.
And then you'd be on your podcast, you'd be like, hey guys, I'm late as shit right now.
And then I would have to get like every little snippet because I'd feel like I'm behind if I don't. That's my thing. Is like the vlogs. But I did vlog doing this room. I did vlog doing this room. I did. But I didn't really talk in it. I just kind of like videotaped it. So I think I'm going to put that up and just put some music behind it. But I threw it up there to see like what people think about it. And I've gotten some pretty good feedback. They don't have as many like, viewerships as like everything else, but I've also posted it on like TikTok and whatever. And a lot of people have asked us to do like day in life. Some people have asked us to do what we eat, which RIP. I feel like I can't really, I don't know. Mine would also be chaotic.
Oh my God,
but
dude, she eats so fucking weird.
I mean, it's just, we got stomach issues, bro. So it's like every day is not the same / the same. I don't know, weird. I've gotten people that ask us to do our workouts. Some people want me to do jujitsu and Abigail to do a 10-mile run.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Dude, mile 2, I'd be like, my feet hurt.
I can like run next to you with a GoPro.
Or you could bike next to me.
Yeah, or whatever.
I mean, you could definitely run next to me. You do a base run, basically.
Yeah. I could take you out there on a Thursday with our group of people, and you could run with us.
I don't want to run with the fucking crew.
Why not? We're a fun group of people.
Yo, y'all are going to be like, are you okay back there?
We're all sticking together.
Do you need a snack? Do you have an element tea? Are you electrolyte deficient?
But we could like go out to any of the Greenway or Greenway.
You need a clean freeze wipe. Are you shitting or something out there?
Yeah, you get to experience it all. I'll bring food for you. I'll bring the goose, the chews, the water, whatever you need. I got you. Stop at the car halfway.
Dude, I'm excited for you to fucking train jujitsu one day.
Yeah, well, how are you going to do that? Maybe you can have a GoPro on or something.
I'm going to just sit and fucking film your ass. I'm not fucking going to train that day. I'm going to be like, this is awesome. Or I'll probably be your training partner. I'll probably have Dylan, the owner of Positive, film. Yeah.
And you do it?
Yeah, and I'll probably have you train with me because I don't trust you with anybody else, to be honest.
I feel like
and I need to shut that shit down.
Rough.
Yeah, we're going to roll together. We're going to do a no-gi class, I think, because the gi and the kimono.
Can we do it just us?
You'd be like, oh, I'm suffocating.
Do I got to wear or something?
You'll just wear no-gi gear.
Okay.
So it'll just be like a rash guard and leggings.
Oh, word.
And
okay.
actually, you put a rash guard on and be like, damn, I feel kind of badass in this.
Yeah, but if you put me in an actual gi, I feel like I'll feel like a psychopathic, like, you know what I think of that? Is like when somebody's in the ward and they have their arms crossed.
Yeah.
That's what I think about it. And I don't like that. I don't even wear turtlenecks.
Dude, if I get a gift wrap on you and fucking no-gi, you're gonna freak out.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
I think it's gonna be a good time. I'll have you come on a drill day where we only will roll like a couple rounds.
Okay. Or like, can we do it? Is there any way that have you gone to that place where you can go after hours yet?
I could talk to Dylan about potentially just doing like a private situation where we just drill and roll together, just us two.
Okay.
But honestly, I think you would like the environment of all the people. Because
they're all gonna think I'm dumb as hell.
They're all dumb as hell, dude. People in jiu-jitsu are dumb as hell.
I know, but like,
it's not
like I do this as
shout out
living.
I know Malik does not listen to this podcast. I'll have to like tell him that he's in this one. But shout out to Malik, this guy at my new school I've been training at. He fucking came in on Monday, and he walked in and he was just like, "Ugh." It's like, "What's up, dude?" And he's like, I'm fucking hungover and I'm also high to try to get rid of my hangover. And he'll come in with a coffee cup. Like he'll literally have a coffee mug while he's training and just like
drink it while he's rolling.
Sips of his coffee and put it down.
Oh my God.
And then we were rolling and I was like, dude, you're sweating so much. He's like, it's all alcohol. He's like, don't drink it. You'll get fucked up.
Dude, Dude,
was like,
do
shout-
any
so
of your
we're
new
all-
people listen to the podcast?
They probably will now. Shout out Malik. What's up, bro?
Yeah. So if you don't know, Abigail's at a new school. Super cool. That's been something new.
Yeah, I'll talk about that
Super cool.
at a later date.
Yeah. No, super cool though. New school,
Yes.
new vibes.
Yes,
Good
love it,
vibes.
love
Good
it,
vibes
love it.
only. Because I know people are gonna ask that because you're like, new school.
Yes, I'm in a new school. I transferred.
Yeah. So maybe I'll go there and I'll roll, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just gonna be really embarrassing. I mean, like, listen, I don't care if I'm embarrassed.
It's not gonna be embarrassing for me to run 10 miles.
Yeah, I mean, like, but they all know you. I don't give a shit about being embarrassed. I just don't want to make anybody there feel like I'm dicking around while they're actually trying to take it seriously.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people are just sitting around. Yeah. No,
Okay.
you'll be fine. I mean, a lot of people.
If they don't care, then okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine. As long as you're going to try to learn a little. Like, you'll sit there and
Yeah.
you'll drill. You'll actually do
Yeah.
the drills. You're
Yeah.
going to be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's normal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, especially
right.
for someone who's day one. They're totally understanding of that.
Okay.
Dude, my first day, I was like, what in the fuck is happening? Like, we did triangle chokes my first day, and I was like, this, I feel like, is sexual harassment without even.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Oh, I'm going to have so much fun rolling with you.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Any rage that I've ever felt for you.
You
In my
can't make
life?
fun of me if I start like. If
Oh,
I
dude,
start
you're gonna
tweaking.
start tweaking, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna have a moment. I feel like
you're gonna have fun though because you're gonna be on the 10-mile run. You're gonna be like running circles around me while I'm like, how many left? How many
we're gonna be like
left?
on mile 3, and she's gonna be like, "So,
Yeah,
are we really doing this?"
I feel like I could do actually real talk. I feel like I could get like 6 and feel okay.
I think you'd
At
be
a slow pace,
fine.
at a base pace, I feel like I could do 6 and be like,
Yeah.
okay. I feel like mile 7, I'd be like, all right, let's wrap this motherfucking party
Okay,
up.
but like base mileage. Okay, so here's the thing: base mileage, you're like 2 or 3 minutes slower than your actual mile.
Yeah.
So we're chilling, like
Yeah.
we're conversating the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be fine. You put my ass in jujitsu, it's like there ain't no slow rolling out here.
There is. There is.
No, there's
There
not.
is. Now, when we roll,
I know you
no,
better.
man, no.
There's no such
I
thing.
will release all of my wrath.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you'll probably be better than you think. And I'm probably not as good as you think.
You do conditioning all the time,
I'm conditioned.
but more fast-paced stuff. Maybe not like longer mileage on your
You'll
feet.
be cardio-wise. Are you talking about rolling? You'll be fucking fine. Will you probably get armbarred and choked out? Probably.
Oh, I'm gonna want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
I
Well,
already
I'm
feel
not
it.
gonna choke you like a head and arm choke because that'll freak you out. I'll probably put you in a triangle choke because I feel like with the legs you'd be less uncomfortable if I choke you with my legs.
I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it. All right, let's do it.
Anyways, welcome to the fucking episode, you guys. We just had welcome to our meeting, our business meeting.
This is our business plans. That sounds like a good time.
I don't know. People can comment and drop any ideas of like podcast topics you guys want to see, any kind of videos you guys want to see, because we want to branch out and do more videos. We also want to travel to some of the local tournaments and events and do like mini podcast episodes, just fucking chilling at these events, talking to random people. They can come up and say whatever the fuck they want.
Dude, she had a really good idea. So, also, super side note, we're just like, this episode's just chill vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, we have Utah
We'll
coming
have
up.
funny stuff coming up. We're gonna do Mad Libs in a
Yeah.
second.
We are going to Utah next. July 8th is on my birthday. So we're going to Utah and we're doing the trifecta weekend. And Abigail actually has a jiu-jitsu tournament in Utah. Is it in Huntsville? Where's
No,
that?
it's in Salt Lake City.
Oh, it is. Word.
So I'm just gonna Uber there
Perfect.
on Saturday, but then Sunday I'm fucking chilling while they're running.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to
So-
be there for a couple days. It's going to be a great time. But she's got a jiu-jitsu tournament literally right where we're racing anyway. So it all works out. But she had a really good idea of like setting up, like a table. See, we don't need like Wi-Fi to do this shit. We just need our mics and the camera really. So if she set up and was just like talking to a bunch of people while they're out there so we can get like a bunch of, like OCR athletes or like even just generic people that are doing OCR races maybe more often and just be like, yo, set up with my BarTalk studio and just like talk to me for 5 minutes and see how much you died in Utah. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have our microphones.
I think that'd be awesome.
And yeah, I might even purchase a couple of like headset microphones just for it.
Mhm.
And they can put on a little headset microphone and we can talk for a second like sports commentators.
Oh my God.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I want to get people. I want to honestly be like right off the finish line. To be honest, I
So
want
you
to
can see
set up right
everybody
there.
coming in.
I want to set up right there, and I'm gonna set up a couple chairs and the mics, everything up, and I'm gonna like sports commentate.
Yeah.
And
That'd be so cool.
this girl looks like an Ashley. Ashley's coming off the line. She's not looking good, guys. She is looking rough. We got scrapes. I'm seeing, swollen ankle on the right side. Shit.
Then you have to like pull them.
Sit down with me, Ashley. Come here. Your name's not Ashley. I know. Sit the fuck down. Let's talk.
Like, sit down with Abigail and BarTalk for like 30 seconds. We'll just tell us how you feel.
Yeah, we'll put up like a huge sign, like chat with the BarTalk girls or something.
Dude, I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. We can do that anywhere.
Let us know what you guys think. Our wheels are always spinning with new ideas.
Yeah, word. Sounds great. So anyway, we were gonna do some Mad Libs too.
Yeah,
you want to do them?
We'll see. I think I'm gonna do it first because I don't think you really understand exactly what's going on,
dude. It's the thing. You say,
yeah. I know what it is. We're gonna do. I have one. I have a gym class one.
You have a gym class one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so isn't the whole idea behind it is you read it? You don't read it. You ask me what this filler spots
get this thing. Get this. I want you to write a noun.
Could be anything.
You don't even know what a noun is.
Yeah, but like, does it have to be gym related?
No.
If we're doing gym stuff?
Just a noun.
So can I write you?
Yeah, Abigail.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, does it have to be gym related?
All right, I need a verb.
Okay.
And it needs to have a I-N-Y ending.
I-N-Y?
Ing. Dancing. Singing.
Oh, I-N-G.
Fucking. Oh,
I-N-G. I-N-Y?
What the fuck crack am I on right now?
I was like, I-N-Y?
And Tracy's like, what do I not know about verbs? Tracy's like, fuck, I am retarded.
I am what? Okay, ing.
I need
word,
an ing.
Okay, word. Got it.
I don't know why, but I feel like that was racist.
Because you looked at me like I was an idiot, and you were like, yes, running. And I'm like, it's not ing.
Holy shit.
Okay, ing.
I can't even fucking read what this says. I need another noun.
Another noun? Okay.
I need an adjective.
Okay.
Dude, I had to. Okay. I need a verb.
An ing
no,
verb?
I don't need
an ing verb?
I don't need an ing verb. Just a regular old verb.
A regular verb? Well, what's a verb that doesn't really end in ing?
Dance instead of dancing.
Oh.
The same shit, just without the ing.
Okay.
Yo, we have been out of school for way too long.
Yo, it's been a minute. I can't even think of one. I'm putting dance. Because you said it already. I can't get it out of my head.
I need an adjective.
Another one? Okay.
Okay. You didn't even spell that right, did you?
No. Okay. Okay.
I need a sport.
A sport? Oh my God. Okay. I'm sweating.
I need a game.
Oh, okay. I guess it's okay. Okay.
I need a verb.
Another verb?
And a noun.
An ing verb?
No.
Oh. Verb.
Why did you? Yeah, that one. Verb. Sing, talk, laugh.
Throwing.
No, not an ing verb.
Oh,
throw. I'm gonna fuck you.
All right, what was the last thing?
A noun.
A noun.
We're not done.
Oh God.
Next, I need another sport.
Okay, hold on. Sport. Okay.
All right, I need a verb with an ing.
No, okay. I like
She knows
them.
these. I don't know why the ing throws you off.
Because now all I can think of is ing.
Right. So just take the
verbs.
ing off and it's still a verb.
It just sounds so much more difficult.
Okay. I need one more ing verb and then one more adjective.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
ing verb. I already used dance, so I can't do that. Yeah, I like that one.
Agent P.
What was it? What?
An adjective.
An adjective.
Delicious.
Ooh.
Scrumptious.
Ooh. I like this one. Okay. Was that it?
Okay. That's it.
You're gonna be able to read that with the Mad Lib thing?
Yeah, this is why I'm going first.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
Moving it in gym class. If you go slow, Tracy, it works.
Okay.
In gym class, we learn about sports like Abigail and pooping. Instead of a whistle. What? I love how every noun, you don't know what a noun is, so you just pick a name.
Well, why not?
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Instead of a whistle, my teacher wears a Carl around her neck. My teacher is really handsome. She lets us dance to see how fast and flustered we are.
See, that was a good one.
There's no good. Okay. When the weather is nice, we go outside to play bocce ball and chess.
Okay.
On rainy days, we throw around the vagina or play indoor soccer. That's actually very fitting.
See?
Indoor soccer is a great sport.
See?
Throw that pussy around, play some soccer. Most soccer players are pussies, so.
Very true. Although I used to play soccer.
Shout out to my client who's a D1 soccer player.
I used to play soccer.
Actually, honestly, the women's soccer players are fucking badass. It's just the dude soccer players.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're not lying.
At the end of the school year, we have Olympic Day with running and slinging.
What?
Singing. Oh.
Singing.
Jesus Christ, your handwriting sucks. With running, I like
sweating.
slinging better. With running and slinging to see which students are the tasty athletes.
See? Okay, that wasn't bad.
That's not bad.
That wasn't bad.
See, and I could read it in the line.
All right, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to fuck this up, but you do one.
Do you have a Mad Lib?
Yeah.
Okay.
Write some off the wall shit. I didn't really know what to write. I mean, I did, but I didn't really want to.
I gotta remember what a fucking
much.
adjective is.
Mine's really long.
The only thing that I was really good at remembering is adverbs because they all end in ly, I'm pretty sure.
Wait.
Is that a thing?
Is this like
Hurriedly.
Okay. This is like fitness tips from Mad Libs.
Okay. Do whatever you want.
Huh?
Do whatever you want. Just give me the fucking things I'm supposed to do.
All right. Adjective.
Hold on.
See? It's not as easy
Under
as you
pressure.
think. Exactly.
Under pressure.
Okay. Adjective.
Um.
I'm coming at you. This one's got a lot, I feel like.
Okay,
I'm
keep
going to be
going.
able to do this.
Oh Lord.
Number. Any number. Pick a number.
Okay.
Noun. Any noun. Doesn't
Okay.
have to be a name. Verb ending in ing.
Okay.
Part of the body.
Say fucking louse.
I said vagina. I did.
All right.
Celebrity. Make sure it's somebody I know how to say their name. I don't know why I said it like that, but make sure it's somebody I know how to
All right,
say
keep
their
going.
name.
Keep going.
Now, or I skipped one. Adjective. Bum, 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 dun, dun.
All right, keep going.
Noun. We need like
All right.
a part of the body. Oh my God.
Another part of the body?
Yeah.
All right, go.
Plural noun. Ooh.
Like a noun with an S.
Plural noun.
You saying it again? Okay.
Yeah. More than one titty.
Titties.
Oh yeah, titties.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I got it.
Where's the chapstick? Type of food.
Okay, keep going.
Adjective.
God damn, why
I've got like 10
the
left.
adjectives throw me off. Wait, we're gonna run out of fucking room.
Just write it over here.
You're gonna get fucked up.
I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna be able to look at you though. I might lose my place.
Okay, keep going.
You did adjective?
Yeah.
Part of the body. There's a lot of part of the bodies in here.
Okay, keep going.
Plural noun. This one's
Titties.
hard. Titties. More than one titty.
Okay, keep going.
Animal.
Ooh. I got it. I
Um,
got it.
Part of the body.
Again?
Yeah. You're almost done, kind of.
Fucking A. Okay, keep going.
Adjective. This one's from Reebok. This one better be good. It's from the Mad Libs book. Adjective.
Adjective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Verb.
Okay.
Part of the body.
Again.
Yes.
Hit
me with it. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Do it.
Okay.
A place. Any place that your heart desires. A type of what? Oh.
Hold on. Okay, keep going.
Type of food. You got 2 more. Color and another part of the body. Excuse me, I got some freaking phlegm going on.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I want to try.
Okay, it goes
right.
Up to down, up to down, up to down, up to
Oh
down.
my God. Okay. All right. I gotta. I need to
Start
second.
reading these. She's already fucked up.
I need a second. Oh my God. Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I got it. Put on my game face.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is called Fitness Tips from Mad Libs. Okay. Looking for a no-nonsense workout for those days when you're just too delicious to get to the gym? We've got you covered.
Mm-hmm.
First, warm up with 159 minutes of cardio.
Jesus Christ.
Burpees. Can. Like a can?
Like a soda can.
Oh, like a soda can. Can climbers or fucking jacks will get your left tooth pumping. Then move on to those targeted workouts. Whether you want to get jacked like Joe Biden or simply
Sleepy
look
boy.
horrendous in sleeveless dresses this summer.
Wait. You have to say that again. I can't hear you.
Okay. Whether you want to get jacked like Joe Biden or simply look horrendous in sleeveless dresses this summer, horrendous training is key. For cut arms, try a superset of push-ups and dips. To complete a push-up, start in a locked-out position and lower your tree. What? That's not a part of the... Oh, and lower your right tooth to the floor to help. Sorry.
You already fucked up.
I already fucked up. Either way, you're going to feel the burn. Muscular thighs and garden gnome-sized butts are totally in right now.
That's a plural noun. That's a plural noun.
Okay. For
You don't even know where you are.
wait, hold on. For taco results, tacos.
What?
Huh?
me this way.
Wait,
You are losing your
wait.
privileges.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, fuck.
I got it. Wait.
We're after.
Okay, wait.
We're after
Okay.
We're after the garden gnomes, Tracy.
I think I fucked up.
We're after
part of the
garden
body.
gnomes. We're after the garden gnomes.
Right. Okay.
So that's a plural noun.
But then it says part of the body, and you wrote weenus.
Yeah, that's squatting, a weenus. The weenus is the thing behind the elbow.
Oh, yeah. When squatting, make sure your weenus gets below your knees for a full range of motion. To amp up your workout, add some weight to both movements. Hold a pair of curtains or grab the family honey badger and then squat your little third nipple off. Abs, the unicorn of the fitness world. The enlightening truth is you can do all of the blow-ups and all of the fingernail raises that you want, but abs are ultimately made in the dump.
Hey, Cookie Monster would agree.
Right? So put away the double order of Mexican.
Wait, who's not Cookie Monster? The garbage guy from fucking Elmo.
Isn't that the Cookie Monster?
Oh, keep going.
Yeah. That was not English. He is the Cookie Monster. He's the Cookie Monster.
I understand your language.
Fuck, now I lost where the hell I was.
The dump.
Oh, put away the double order of Mexican and reach for the blue salad instead. Your pussy will thank you, even if your taste buds won't. That was good. That was a good one.
Man.
See, I wasn't that bad. I think I fucked up a little bit.
You guys.
But that wasn't that bad.
That's probably the single most best fitness advice we could have ever given you guys.
I'm sweating.
Why?
I don't know. I just got so nervous really fast. For some reason, trying to read that I'm sweating. I'm having a hot flash.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a series of rapid questions, I feel.
Oh, no. That's what you wanted to do earlier? Is ask me questions?
Yeah.
All right.
Should I do like a questionnaire? Like one where you have to be smart?
Did you have the 20 questions up?
No, I don't, but 10? I feel like... Huh?
Okay.
No. But I have like questions where I could ask you where we go deep a little bit, or I could have questions where it's like, shoot it off.
Well, okay, let's do both, but let's only do a couple. I'm sweating my ass off. We can do a couple, but I don't have any for you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay,
what's the worst advice you've ever received?
Oh, wow. She's fucking quick with it. The worst advice I've ever received?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Is it something that I like had to put to use and then I realized it was bad?
Dude, just the worst advice you ever received? Whether you received it and you didn't take the advice, or you received it and you took the advice, you realized it sucked.
I don't really know. The worst advice that I ever received was, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know. That's a really hard question. I can't even think of that off the top of my head. I feel like there's a lot of advice that I've taken, but it's been more like life experience stuff. Like I've gotten advice to not go after certain things and to be like a little bit more conservative, but I've been like, fuck it. I've also had that like my high school coach, which is kind of like my high school coach told me that, you know, college would be a certain way and that I should kind of like live a certain way. And if I did that, I probably would have been a little bit better in my sport. And it was not the worst advice I ever received. However, I like greatly appreciated all of my experiences in college, no matter how fucked up it was. So I kind of feel like I did the right thing by just like having a great time and learning on my own how to take all of that things with like partying and sports and time management and and like learning on my own how to put that shit together. So it wasn't like terrible advice, but I just shouldn't have really listened. I didn't listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like the worst advice I ever received was probably from like, I don't know, a pastor or something. Probably
from a pastor?
Yeah, probably. I think some of the worst advice I've ever received is to the SMART goals. Smart, measurable, attainable.
Oh.
Realistic, timing.
Or what, to like separate them?
I just think that the SMART goals are bullshit. I think that they just keep you in a box because it's like, no, fuck SMART goals. Like, I want a goal that's almost impossible.
Well, yeah.
Do that. So I think that's some of the worst advice. All of the stuff in school about how like any kind of advice related to like you need to go to college and you need to get a degree and you need to do these steps and like the just basic generic life steps, I think is like that's just some of the worst advice I've ever received.
Yeah.
Also, this idea, I don't know, this notion that there's a certain cap to what we do in our industry, where it's like,
Training?
oh, what you do as a
Personal
trainer,
training?
like, yeah, personal trainer. It's like, okay, well, this is a terrible business to go into because you're really not going to make that much money and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think that's the worst advice I've ever received.
Yeah.
Because
actually,
they
now that you're saying
discredit
that,
you. They want you to, like, fuck doing what you're doing right now. Like, the worst, I mean, shit, I've been told that, like, the podcast is a terrible idea. I've been told that training my clients is a terrible idea. I've been told that doing jiu-jitsu is a bad idea. There's no money in it. It's
well,
like,
that's what I kind of meant when
thing.
it's like people just have told me to be more conservative. Excuse me. Like a lot of people have told me that I can't do a lot of shit. And it's kind of like, not that I'm out here saying like, oh, I'm going to prove you wrong. It's like if I have my mind to something and I want to do it because I genuinely enjoy it, then why wouldn't I at least try? The worst thing that's going to happen is it doesn't work out. Like shit, I tried to make a clothing brand one time with my brother and my best friend and it didn't work out. And so what? Like some people thought it was a great idea. Some people thought it wasn't. I got to do my design work. We made t-shirts and videos and all this type of stuff. We started a Kickstarter campaign, but we were just young and it fell through. I think that maybe like now being a little bit older and maybe being like having more knowledge, it can be a little bit better or maybe work out. But like it's the same thing. Like, okay, so you fail. But I still did it and I don't regret it. I don't regret any of the money or time that I put into it because why would I just listen to people and be conservative and not even try?
Yeah.
Like the worst thing that happens is you fail. So what? Get your ass back up and do it again. Or do something else.
I always say failure is, it's interesting. I had a conversation with somebody and he was telling me, he's like, failure is impossible. And I have the opposite approach, but I think we have somewhat of the same idea, which is I think it's like failure's inevitable.
Yeah, of course
Failure, whether you do or you don't, you fail, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that in his mind, he's like, failure is impossible. Like there is no way you can fail because everything that you are supposed to be, you are. And like everything that you have like within you, anything that you need within you to be your highest self is already there.
Yeah.
So failure is impossible. And it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. But I 100% agree with you. I just think that people are so afraid of failing that they fail.
Yeah. And then they do nothing about it.
I think that's like, I would say it's not even the worst advice I've ever received. It's just the worst advice I've ever received is advice given to me by people who haven't actually fulfilled anything purposeful in their life.
Yeah.
Like getting advice from people that aren't actually living the life that I would want to live and believing that to be advice that I should take.
Like, I don't think I've ever told anybody, I mean, especially like, I'll use my brother as an example. Like, my brother is an influencer, right? Like, he's been with a shit ton of companies. He's had a lot of different types of career paths that he could go. He's had a lot of different friends that he could work with. And has there been times where I've been like, hey, that's not like the best idea? Sure. But it's not like in the sense that I'm telling him he shouldn't do it. It's like I'm telling him in the sense that he needs to keep in mind of the positives and negatives of what he's doing. But I would never tell somebody to not do anything because if you're not going to explore it and fail on your own, then how the hell are you going to learn? I mean, it's the same thing with like kind of coaching some people sometimes. It's kind of like a lot of people have that mentality of they have to fuck around to find out. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like I tell people until they're blue in the face and then they forget. And then 3 months later, they're like, hey, I figured this out. And it's like, oh, really? I told you that 3 months ago, but that's okay. You know, it's kind of like some people just have to like learn on their own. And it's like, I've never told somebody not to do anything. Like, I feel like you have to, in a sense, fuck around and find out for yourself.
Well, I think you just have to let people go about their journey in the way that they're supposed to go about it.
Yeah.
And if they come to you seeking advice, you can always give it. But at the end of the discussion, it is kind of always finalized with, but ultimately it's up to you. And I'm a firm believer that we all have the answers within ourselves if we actually choose to listen. So I had this conversation with Alana several times, you know, where she's just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you do.
Like sit with yourself, figure it out.
I looked at her, I was like, you do. And she was just quiet. And she was like, you're right.
I sat by myself. What was this, like 2 weeks ago? We were having like a midlife crisis. Abigail goes, you need to sit your ass outside, no phones or anything. You need to just sit and get deep. And I did that. And when I tell you, I had like the biggest anxiety attack ever. Like straight up.
But that's the thing is because on the other side
I
of that.
had so much shit going on.
But on the other side of that, to me, like you said, you finished it and you were like, nothing fucking happened. And I disagree with that.
I didn't say nothing happened.
You're
I
just
just meant
you're just
like
I didn't figure out what I needed.
I just couldn't figure it out. Like I just
But
had
it's
like
not- that's
all
not
these
the
different
point.
ping, 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 ping.
See, but
ping.
that's not the point. The point is when you sit by yourself is to actually like have the fucking anxiety and have the monkey brain and just have it go crazy. And then at some point, it kind of begins to go quiet, or you begin to sort through and filter it a little bit more, or you just kind of let the monkey brain go.
Yeah, true.
And you just are like an observer. I've had like many different experiences with it. And I think that you doing that really actually helped you the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
You had a lot of shit go on the next couple weeks. And I think you handled it in a way, I think you handled it in a very like high-brained way, in a very like mature, responsible, like the best way you could have handled it. I think you handled it. Thanks. And I'm not saying that it was me being like, go sit outside for those 30 minutes that fucking did it for you. I think part of it is just because you're a good human being. But I think that the 30 minutes of being able to be like, let me sit, let me have my mind go fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. And then let me be able to go inside and actually still live my life.
Yeah, and do something about it.
Right. And so like that thing that brought you all of this crazy anxiety, you did it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's like, okay, so I'm going to do all these other things that bring me crazy anxiety. I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out and it's going to be okay. Because at the end of the day.
Yeah, true. I did definitely have a massive anxiety attack, but I guess it was worth it. Like I definitely blew through those 2 weeks a lot better than I thought I would. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it worked. Abigail, I guess it
okay, whatever.
Worked. You know, whatever. Okay, let's see.
Oh, you're asking me one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. Because I feel like this is a simple question, but I feel like it could be something different than what I kind of like envision you doing, right?
Okay.
So it's like, what brings you the most joy? On a day, like on a weekly basis, it says, what brings you the most joy?
This is something that like borderline might make me emotional because I think that I've been talking to Alana about this. I've been talking to my other friends about this, how I actually got to a point where I was so like, I got fed up with myself and I got to this point where I was literally driving and I just started laughing and like crying in my car because
here,
not on the way here.
Oh,
but it was like a few days ago.
Oh.
Where my whole body was just like, I'm so sick and tired of being a bully to myself. Like
facts. Like waking up at 4:00 in the morning for no goddamn reason because you accidentally overslept like a normal human being.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
I think I became such a slave to my own self that nothing brought me joy because I was living and existing in my own suffering because I thought that suffering was the only state that I was really supposed to and deserved to live in. And
I could see that.
Yeah. And I would feel guilty. Like I would feel genuine guilt and shame anytime I would do anything that brought me like any real joy. And I had weeks and weeks ago a whole epiphany about in a meditative practice when I was feeling very, very burnt out. I understand that some people don't like that word and they don't think burnout is a real thing, but
yeah, it is.
The closest thing that is to burnout, I felt it. And I had an epiphany during a meditative practice and it was like, you have to find what makes you feel joy. Like you have to really find it and you have to actually look for it or else you are going to lose it. You're not like you're going down. Yeah. And you're not coming back up if you don't find it.
Yeah.
And so I took that pretty seriously. And so I got to this point where I let myself rest a little bit and I've been trying to recover and trying to heal in some ways my own relationship with myself. And like yesterday I was sitting there and I was like, I could be working right now and I could be studying right now and I could be doing all these things right now. And I was having fucking mad anxiety about it. And I was like, nope. And I sat and I read this book, this fiction book, which I know everyone's like, oh, she's reading a book, but whatever. That's like stuff that brings me joy. And I was sitting there reading it and I fucking read my book and I lit some incense and I went on a walk in the sun and I went out in fucking nature and I laid around and I made dinner for myself. I didn't fucking work. And it was like, that's a huge thing for me.
Abigail.
Right. That's a huge thing for me because I don't I still struggle with like doing things that bring me joy and not feeling guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting better at being like, kind of to my own self, fuck you, I'm doing it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and that's actually so interesting that you asked me that question, because I wanted to talk to you today about asking you. I feel like you are the opposite of me in that you are so good at finding joy everywhere. Like everywhere. We've had conversations about this in the car.
Yeah.
Like driving. And so I wonder how you do that. Like, how do you get to a place where you know it's like, okay, work time versus playtime? And how do you not feel guilty when you decide which one you're going to do? And I wonder, and also like, because part of me is like, okay, well, people need to work and to play or whatever, but like, I'm like, well, the greatest of the great motherfuckers are out there and they're out there suffering all the time, so I have to suffer all the time.
Is that a question?
It's a question, but also it's like a conflict that I'm dealing with in my brain. So I'm kind of, I'm laying out a map of like what I've been dealing with and asking, and the follow-up is like, how the fuck do you structure that with yourself and your brain and carry in your, like, throughout your day-to-day, all the joy you do?
Yeah. Word. First of all, super side note, I need you to put your computer key in the computer before I forget. ADHD brain. I need you to put your computer password in here before I forget to do that.
Oh, shit.
But also, first of all, like, super cool. So, like, I mean, okay, anybody that's listening to this podcast has obviously realized that I always rat on Abigail because she doesn't have enough fun.
Yeah, I'm
right?
a psychopath.
Yeah. No, it's not being a psychopath. I say that shit all the time, but, like, I'm just making fun of you, you know? I'm just busting your balls
I'm very hard on myself, and she knows that, so she busts my balls about it because she knows how much I work and how hard I work and how hard I am on myself.
Dude, I had
an
sorry, I got like a frog in my throat or something.
My throat.
My fucking throat. And I make the joke that I like drag you out and all the time, and like, oh, when you're out, you have fun. Like, I can tell that when you let loose, like, you obviously let loose, but getting to that point is very hard for you. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't necessarily always that way, like, for me either. Like, I didn't truly actually have that. Like, when I was in college, right? Like, I've always had a job. Like, my first job, I was like 15 selling Dippin' Dots on the boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? Like in Dairy Queen. Like, I've always worked. I've always had two or three jobs. Like, I was a manager at Dunkin' Donuts, and I was working a signed job, and I was working at the hospital at the same time. Right? Like, I always had more than one thing going on. So like, for a lot of time, it was always work because like I always made money for myself and like saved for myself and paid for things for myself. Like, I pride myself on the fact that I never really had to ask my parents for a lot of money. You know, like, they would help me out, you know, and they still do. Like, they're my parents and that's what they love to do for me. But I never was the type of person to like have an allowance or like, you know, ask them for money or whatever. Like, we just always did our own thing. So I've been working like forever. And when I went to college, I had a lot of fun. And like, I valued my friendships in a way that like they got me through a lot because like when I was in college, Stefano went on 2 deployments. Like, for anybody who doesn't know, Stefano's my husband. He was in the Marine Corps for almost 10 years. But like when I was in college and even the year after I got out of college, he was on 2 separate deployments. They were both 9-month deployments. And even in and out of that, like, he was in and out of the field. So like, I valued time and friendship because that is what took me out of being miserable. And then I just kind of like learned that everything else that happens and like all the time that I would throw into work is still going to be there regardless. Like, I'm never going to dish out work, right? And like, sometimes I'll say like, you know, oh, I have like 4 hours. I could spend that entire time working on my computer, or I can separate it into 2 hours of play and 2 hours of work because like the work is always going to be there and I know that I'm going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that I have to sit there and make myself miserable. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like that value of like having my friendships and like evolving what I do on a daily basis to kind of be like grateful for my surroundings came from that because I had a lot of that and I put myself in a position to have that, to get my mind off of like stress. And then like when I came out of college and all I was doing was working, I was depressed as fuck. Like, I had like a couple years where I was literally like, I think you just met me when I was pretty much coming out of being depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was the point where like I left home, I left everything behind, like story for another day, but like I just left a lot of shit and
Mm-hmm.
came into new shit, and I was like, I was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And all I was doing was working because that's all I had to do. And it was just like work, work, work all the time, very little play. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that support system. I didn't keep up with my friends. I didn't go outside and go for walks. Like I didn't do the things that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of moseying along. And then when I realized that that's not me, and that's not me to just like always be diving into work because life's too fucking short. Like you gotta have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like your work isn't even gonna be fun if you don't have fun in your life.
Yeah, that's
You know
what
what I'm
happened
saying?
to me.
Right. Like
Yeah.
you're working, the shit that you do is not gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as I realized that, and I was in Florida and I started making good connections again, and I met you and I met, you know, other people at the gym at this time. I didn't know the flockers at this time, but like this is a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like had that same feeling where I was like, this is what I've been missing. Like, what am I doing?
Mm.
Like, I'm just going to the grind, waking up every fucking day. Like you say, oh yeah, like time to grind, like the whole gym thing, like wake up and grind,
Yeah.
get to it. Like to a certain extent, yeah, that's what we do every single day. Like
Mhm.
we podcast. We have 5 jobs right now, right? Like
Yeah.
we podcast, we train, we have our own gigs going on with Alchemical and Flocker and personal training clients. Like
Yeah.
we're always working. But like,
And a lot of it is free
right.
labor.
Right, exactly. A lot of it is for free labor.
So you better fucking like it a little bit.
Yeah. But at the same time,
you better
like,
find some joy in that shit,
hell
bro.
yeah. But at the same time, like what I was missing that I started to like find again was that like it's fucking beautiful outside.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it is gorgeous outside. We have the best trails in Tallahassee ever.
Mhm.
Like there's great friends here that I have. Like there are connections that could be made that like could take me outside of my realm for just 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And like life's too short to not do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's I'll go out on a weekend. I don't fucking care.
I think
You know what I'm
that
saying?
I
Like
teeter back and forth constantly with this idea that it's like life is so fucking incredible, and don't get to the end of it being like I worked the whole time.
exactly.
You know, and like I
100%.
didn't get to like love the people I should have loved and cared for the people I should have cared for and spent time doing the things that really bring me true joy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So part of me is on that side where I'm fully engaged with that.
Mhm.
I think that the more that I've been really focusing on like my, I don't like to say spirituality, but just like finding myself and like who I am and really meditating and being present,
Mhm.
the more I lean into that.
Yeah.
But the other part of me is very much like you need to work to build a life you want. You need to fucking grind so that you don't get to the end of your life regretting not working harder for the shit that you could have, or thinking that you could have done more,
Mm-hmm.
or believing that you didn't achieve what you knew you could have achieved, you know?
Right.
And I understand that all of that's kind of speaking out of like your own ego and your own, you know, desire for significance and whatnot. But like, that's what I think my body is constantly tossing between.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you ever feel that? Do you ever like, how do you handle that? Because I think that's the hardest thing for me is I'll go so far into like, I need to work. Like I need to fucking work and just bury my shit in my work and really focus.
Yeah.
Like you need to get fucking focused, Abigail, and achieve the shit you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And then half of me is like, it's all going to be fine. I'm going to go have fun. And like, I could literally move to Bali fucking tomorrow and open a coffee shop and honestly live a completely different life and then come back 5 years later and start my whole life over. It's not a big deal, you know? So like, how do you deal with that? Because my brain is constantly going between those two things and I don't understand. It's like, I'm like both of them. I want both of them to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah. Well, like, okay. So for me, I know the answer to that right away. Like, I always think of, like, if I was to die tomorrow, would I be happy doing what I'm doing? Like, right now, okay, we're talking about, like, nobody actually knows what's going on, but I'm just going to tell you that there's a lot of life changes going on, okay? So, like, for me, there's a lot of weighing options that I have to think about right now in my life. And I always am thinking for the future, of course, because that's just the way that you should think about things. However, if I give 100% if I give 100% into what I'm doing today, and I give 100% into myself today, right? Then if I was to die tomorrow, I'd be happy. Just because I didn't succeed 1000% in what I see in the foreseeable future does not mean that I'm not successful right now. Like, just because in the future, I want my own place. I want to open up a gym. I want Flockers to be fucking 1,000 across the map. Like, I have such high hopes for my team and for what I want to do in my life. But just because I didn't get there yet doesn't mean that what I'm doing right now does not make me successful. I'm not happy about it.
But do you ever have this feeling where you get to the end of the day and you're like, okay, did I do my best? Because that's what I'll feel too, right? Like, did I do what I was supposed to do? And then my thing is like, well, no, because I fucking read a book today and I could have been designing all of these things. I could have been setting up Patreon. I could have been doing more social media. I could have been.
You could always be doing something.
I know.
You could always be doing something more.
So how do you stop that?
You just got to be honest, man. Like, there is not enough time in your fucking day. You got 12 hours, realistically. Look, you got 12 hours. You got 20. Me, I got 20 hours. I sleep 4. Okay?
I got like 18 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So you got 18 hours throughout your day.
Yeah.
Like, when you're not waking up at 4 o'clock and doing shit right away. You're waking up at 4 o'clock and have a cup of coffee and go see a client at 5, right?
Yeah,
whatever. So you have less than that. Let's just say on the safe side you have 12 hours.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're going to be able to get in all the shit that you want, right? The people that actually are like legitimate psychopaths that work 12 hours a day, if they die tomorrow, they will have no fun. They are going to be remembered for all of the psychopathic bullshit that they did. And if that's how they want to be remembered and that's their version of fun, then that's great. But also, like, you have so many things that you do enjoy and you do things all the time that like make you happy, and that is making you successful. Like, happiness is being successful. That's my whole thing. Is, like I said, if I was to die tomorrow and I knew that today and the rest of my week or whatever, I did my absolute best, whether that was a shit day or a good day. If I did my absolute best, I'm cool. Yeah. That's great.
How do you understand how to allocate time for work, and then when you're like, okay, I'm going to set it down now and stop?
Oh, well, I mean, like, that's hard for me in general. I got ADHD central, man.
Yeah.
My days are so much more pinged off than yours. Like, I literally will sit on the computer for a half hour and do something really quick and be like, oh shit, I forgot. And I literally just did that before we started podcasting. I like hopped on the computer for 30 minutes, made 2 graphics, threw it up on OptiSigns because I forgot 4 hours ago that that's what I was doing.
Right.
But I will do it. Like, like I said, like, I will make sure that I'm like, oh, shit. And I will, if I remember that I got to do something, I will literally stop everything.
Yeah.
I've, like, stopped with my refrigerator door open and been like, I have to do this right now. Right. A, because I'm going to forget because I'm scatterbrained to shit. And B, because I know that it has to get done by the end of the day.
Right.
So I'll do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's the same thing for your clients. Like, you're not going to call out of your clients. You're going to go into your clients, but like, leave your work at work and take your shit that you have at home, that you can have at home, and make that shit your joy. Like, you have to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just about figuring out when, like, being able to not listen to, like, the bully in my head all the time and actually listen to my body sometimes when it's like, hey, you would actually be less productive right now if you tried to push through your exhaustion or whatever you're feeling right now and work.
Yeah.
And, like, actually maybe you should read. Maybe the most productive thing right now is to go read a book. Maybe the most productive thing right now is to just go to bed.
I was going to say, that's the other side of the coin too, like, that I do think about. Maybe, like, I'll say the 2 things that stick in my head the most is, like, when it comes to, like, joy and stuff like that, yeah, I selfishly do a lot of things for myself, but I also, like, put myself in situations so that way I know that if I'm a better human being, I'm better to others.
I was going to say, I think that joy also, I was just about to say, I think that joy makes you have more energy. Like, when you do things that bring you joy, you have more energy. Yeah. And that's why I was, like, I'm very lucky that I love my job and the things that I do, right? Because I'm actually surrounded by, like, it sounds like it's, like, depressing all the time, like, sad fucking boy hours all the time out here.
No, but I mean, shit, it's hard
But
work.
I almost took what does make me joyful and I made myself miserable in it because it was like, you have to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you think about it too, like, you have to be the best coach and you have to turn it on and off every 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Like the way that you talk to one client is not the way that you could talk to another client. The way you train one client is not the way you train another client. So like every 30 minutes, which goes by very fast, you're constantly on this like weird pendulum situation.
It's exhausting.
Which it's exhausting.
Yeah.
So like if you're not taking any of the time for yourself to like find joy, you're just gonna walk in and every single client's gonna be miserable as fuck. They don't deserve that. You don't deserve that.
Right.
Even if like the people that are listening to this have a 9-to-5 sit down job, if you don't take the time for yourself outside of that 9-to-5, you're just gonna go in the next day and be another hamster on the fucking wheel, sitting at the desk, shoulders crunched over, hating life.
Yeah.
Like do something so that way when you wake up the next day and you go to work, you hate it for a little bit and you're like, damn, I can't wait to get home so I can go play pickleball with my friends. I can't wait to get home so I can do this with my husband. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do things on purpose because it makes you a better human being in the long run.
I think that's the toxic thing too about like even some of the podcasts and social media that I listen to, and that's on my algorithm, which is like the work hard, hustle hard culture, which is, it's like the idea that like, yo, I understand Jocko Willink's like a badass, but it's like that dude probably plays hard too. You know, like David Goggins, like I know that he's all work all the time, but like I sat there and I thought about it. It's like, okay, so but all he has to do in his day is work out. That's literally all he has to do that day. Like he doesn't have clients, you know, like he has like he talks about his day and he like wakes up and stretches for fucking 2 hours and then works out for 4 hours and then like eats food and like that's his day.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh. Okay, so I don't, like, I, you know, like, because my distorted brain's like, I have to do that.
Like, you feel like you have to do it all day long, when in reality, you need to give 120% into what you're doing and then leave it at work.
Right. Well, and then also, like, you don't have to do, I don't have to, like, my life and how I structure it doesn't have to reflect all these, and also all these other people. I think, one, the fucking Instagram stuff, too, is a facade of, like, everyone's working hard all the time. And in reality, it's like, that's impossible. Terrible. You're a liar.
Right.
And I know this because I tried.
Right.
And like, it's not, you can't do it.
Right.
Like, I really tried, like, seriously to work like borderline 24 hours a day.
Right.
Like everything that I do, I don't think you understand how, like the people even listening to this, maybe people will relate to that. I hope people are relating to this conversation right now. But like how poisonous my brain can be. It's like every single thing that I do, and it's in a fucking mean manner, is how can you be the most productive right now? It's like
talking down to yourself.
What I read, is it fucking filling your brain? Like, is it productive? Are you sleeping this amount of hours because it's productive? Because you have to be able to do this tomorrow. You have X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things to do tomorrow. If you don't get it done, you're a fucking failure. You lost today. Like, that's literally how it is in my brain. If I don't do something today, it's like, you've lost. You're a loser. Like,
no.
That's
well, yeah, I get it. But
so I'm not saying it's healthy.
No,
I'm just saying, like, that's the shit that where it's like, I have to seep out of my day the most amount of things possible. And everything in my brain is so, like, intoxicated with this idea that it's like, how is this productive? How is this going to get me push the needle further and further and further? And, like, so I know that whatever the fuck these people are saying on Instagram, like, they're liars.
No, it's false.
Even to me, like, even Andy Frisella, which, like, his Real AF podcast, like, I understand, obviously, that man's made a lot of money and become very, very successful and whatnot, but he's even let it slip in some of his podcasts. He's like, I work hard as fuck. He's like, but I also play hard as fuck. He's like, if I get done with my shit for the day at 10 a.m., guess what? 10:02 a.m., I'm fucking chilling.
Yeah.
The rest of the day.
You know, and that's what I was going to say, too, is, like, you do like a lot of research and we listen to a lot of podcasts and you read a lot of books and you're constantly like looking up towards these people that are very successful because you're like, how did this person get to this place? And how can I almost like not follow their lead, but like follow their lead on your own and like, how did they get here? And then you feel like you have to do everything under the sun. Yeah. And realistically, like those people that write the books and do podcasts and shit like that, they're also not telling you that 95% of their day is fun.
I was going to say, and I was like,
they're not telling you that.
I'm looking up to like a distorted view of who they are.
Right. You're only looking through like the tiniest little hole that they're willing to give you.
Right. Like in the podcast, they're not going to go on the podcast if their whole brain is being fucking badass as fuck and be like, hey, yeah, I'm actually walking in hungover right now because I partied last night. And like also... I'm having these issues and also I haven't been to jiu-jitsu actually in like 2 weeks, but you know.
Right. And like that shit is all okay. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like I just always come back to the point of being like, I just feel that I have so much grace to myself
I
to
was
do
just,
those
dude,
things.
fucking read my. I was literally about to say, I think you're so good at having grace for yourself.
I do. Like if I fuck up, it's like, okay, okay, I'll get down on myself a little bit, and I'll just have a moment where I'll be like, damn, I can't really do that tomorrow. But then I won't do it tomorrow, right? It's kind of like
so
one of those things
crazy.
that's like, it's like grace to have discipline to not do the same thing the next day.
That's
like
so crazy.
if I sat on my ass every single day on the couch, it's a little fucked up.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. If
Right.
I decide to sit my ass on a couch on a Sunday and watch Chimp Empire, I'm going to fucking do it.
Right.
And then the next day, I won't, and I'll do some of the work. It's just like, you have to.
It's like so. It's seriously like I wish. I'm like so envious of the way that you approach this because it's so much healthier than mine. Like you are so good and have always been so good. I feel like at having grace for yourself and finding joy in everything.
But
and I feel like I struggle
though.
so much with having any grace for myself and not finding joy in things. I find joy in a lot. I would say like I'm not like some fucking depressed human all the time.
No,
like,
yeah.
But it's hard for me to enjoy finding joy, like to be
because you feel guilty about what you're doing.
To be joyous about things because I'll feel joy all the time, and then it's like that you shouldn't live in this state, and it's like no, you were born to live in this state.
Absolutely,
you exist to live in this state.
Exactly,
this is the state you should be living in all the time.
Yes,
like you're there and you're rejecting it.
Exactly.
So
like I like feel guilt when I'm upset.
You would feel guilty.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's my guilt. I'm like, shit, I'm upset today. What the fuck? Like that I should not be upset. I got too much to live for. Like what? There's just no reason. But like I said, dude, like I wasn't like that forever.
Yeah.
I found it. You know what I'm saying? And like granted, I feel like I've gone through a lot of shit that's kind of like helped me get there. Not that I'm blessed for the bullshit, but it's kind of like I've been put in scenarios where like I've had to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I've lost people. I like have people that aren't a part of my life anymore that I feel like I don't regret those relationships because they helped me get through a lot. And if I never put myself out there to like have those relationships and have a good time and get drunk with my friends on the weekend and then pull a 12-hour shift the next day, it's kind of like I would never have those things to look back on and be like, damn, I had a really good year that year. You know what I mean? So I just think it's like more perspective of like, yeah, like life's too fucking short. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I just always think of that. Like if I was to die tomorrow, seriously, like if I was to die tomorrow, I'd be okay. Because I love my life. Like I have shitty weeks and I have shitty days, but like I love the people I surround myself with. I love my life. I love my family. I love my house. I love my dogs. I love this fucking BarTalk room. Like outside is awesome. Like we live in the coolest fucking place, right? Like, it might be a little fucking too far from the beach for me, but we live in the coolest place. I get to wake up.
I love where I live.
Dude, like today was fucking great. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my favorite days. I almost don't even want to have 5 days a week for Flocker because I'll be missing out on those days. Legit. Like I get to wake up and I get to see my friends at 7 o'clock in the morning. We just run.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has it better than me?
Yeah, right.
Like, why?
Yeah.
You know, like, and then I come home and I work a little bit.
See, and that's the crazy thing is I'll have these same things where it's like I'm in my car and I'm driving and I'm like, I have a fucking car. The window is down. Like the weather is perfect. I live by myself and it's my space and it's a beautiful space in a great location.
Hell yeah.
And I do the things that I want and I work the job that I want and I work the hours that I want. And I'm like so like filled with so much gratitude. And then there's like this impending like anxiety that's just looming over my fucking fun bubble.
Yeah.
And it's like,
why
are you feeling so good right now? You know, like, why do you feel good? You're not supposed to feel
I just think
way.
maybe it's time. Like, it's just going to take time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, dude, like, not for nothing. When I was your age, I was a fucked up human being. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got time on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Not that, like, the age gap. The age gap is crazy, but.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, I'm 22. And
I'm 28.
28. She'll be 29. I'll be 23 here.
You know,
soon.
and I literally hate when people are like, "You're so young, you have a lot to learn." Like, because I hate talking down about that.
No,
but seriously,
you've never. But the Tracy's saying this right now. I want everyone to know, like, Tracy and I have a relationship where like we forget that we have an age gap. Like she's
Yeah.
never ever. I've never been like, you old bitch, and
Yeah.
she's never been like, what the fuck? You're so young. You don't know shit about shit.
I don't.
The only time I think you ever did that was when you forgot that I wasn't 21 yet, and you're like, you want to go to the bar, and you're like, fuck,
fuck, damn it. But like
But
as
anyway,
an
sorry.
age thing,
Yeah.
like when I was 22,
Yeah.
I was getting trashed on the weekends, pulling 12-hour shifts. Like you are in such a place right now where you actually have like your head on your shoulders and you're working like your career. And my career was not working at the damn Crab Trap, being a bartender and waitress.
Just doing whatever the fuck you're doing.
I was just doing it because I needed cash to pay for my wedding.
Yeah.
And I decided that I also wanted to get fucked up with my friends.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best years of my life. You know what I'm saying? It was like awesome.
Yeah.
Like I was out on the town.
Yeah.
I would work. I would literally go to Lana's house. I swear to God. At like 2:00 in the morning, we would get dressed. We'd go out to Atlantic City.
At 2 in the morning?
Fuck yeah. We'd get dressed. We'd go to Atlantic City. We would gamble. We'd hang out. We'd go to the club, do whatever the hell we wanted to do. We literally would not sleep.
Oh, our battery
It's
died.
fine. We're almost done.
We're almost done.
But I would not sleep, and then I would sleep over, like go to Lana's house. I'd sleep over.
Yeah.
I would go right back to work at 11:00 in the morning. I'd stop at Wawa, and I'd get a sizzly with a hash brown. Put that hash brown inside the breakfast sandwich. I'd eat it on the way and meet Cornelius at work.
What is a sizzly?
It's dude. At Wawa, it's a pancake,
Okay.
and it's got sausage, egg, and cheese with another pancake on it.
Oh, that sounds really good.
So fucking good.
That sounds really good.
Hangover cure. You put a hash brown right inside of it,
Yeah.
and you eat the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
I would go right back to work another 12-hour shift, and I would do it all over again.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
4 days in a row. Like
Jesus Christ.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just do it. And it was great. But that's what I did when I was 22. You actually like have a career in your hands, so you feel like a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, like, let's go to Stetson's on Friday, get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
We are.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
not? You
Yeah.
know? I just think it takes time.
Okay, thanks for my therapy session, Tress. I hope that, I don't know if this resonated with anyone, but I guess you got to have the dichotomy of the human being, which is literally Trass and I. We are like the two opposite
Yeah.
emotional spectrum. So if you ever have an internal war with yourself,
Come to us.
we are literally the opposite sides of the war. So,
No, that was good.
It was
That was
good?
really good.
Okay,
Super
well,
random. That was good.
I have no idea what the fuck we're going to talk about next week, but we will be back next week for another episode of BarTalk. Thanks for listening, everybody.
BarTalk.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?